The Sega Master System. The challenge will always be there.
Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and this time we're going to look at game number 16 in our 20 from the Sega Master System series, and this is another action RPG game. It's very, very unusual. It has a really weird battle system, but other than that, it's a whole lot of fun. It's a very deep, fun game with a fantastic soundtrack, and this is the first game in the Ys series, and this is called Ys, The Vanished Omens. This is also known as Ys 1, Ancient Ys Vanished. It looks like it should say Wise, but I guess it's pronounced Ys. This was created by a company called Nihon Falcom way back in 1987 for the PC, but there'd been several ports of this. The Sega Master System one was released in Japan in 1988 and then the US in 1989. And you control this swordsman by the name of, I guess depending on the version that you play, the port that you play, his name is either Adol or Aaron Kristen, and you must find 6 books of Ys, and again it's not pronounced Wise, it's Ys, and defeat these evil forces. And it's got your typical RPG trappings, although it's just one player, you don't have a party of multiple characters. But it's not turn-based. You try to run your enemies through, and you want to take them at a certain angle so that they don't damage you too badly. Well, it has your typical towns and your typical people to talk to and typical items that you need to buy from the shops. To start with in this game, we're going to buy a ring. And this is a way to make a little bit more money. So you'll talk to this guy, you'll want to buy a sapphire ring. And then you'll go turn around and sell it to somebody else who will pay you more for it. And that's the way you start to make some more money. The game is really tough for beginners. Like I was saying, the way to fight enemies is you kind of run them through. And you can either try to take an angle to hit them, or you can bump into them and back off, and then try it again. But if you get hurt, you can stand still for a while, and you'll slowly regain your strength. Note how really low your life bar is. As you increase your levels, it'll grow, and eventually it'll be all the way filled. And here we'll go ahead and buy a shield with the money that we got. Or maybe it was a short sword, I don't remember. Yeah, the short sword is only $500. There's other more expensive things that you can buy. The Tarwal, or whatever it was called, that's really expensive, but it's a much, much stronger sword than what you can get at the beginning. There you can get a sword and a shield with the money that you got. We'll just skip forward to other parts in the game, and now we'll see some battles, and you'll just see enemies wander around, and you just bump them, and try not to run straight away into them, and not back off a little bit. Otherwise, you can run out of energy super fast and die. And you'll want to save a lot. You have a save option, and you have the option to save, you have the option to load. Definitely use it because you can die real quick and not notice. You'll hear sometimes a little bump sound, and you'll get hurt usually when that happens, just a little bit. I like that they show both your energy bar and the enemy's energy bar. And here, when you get to this lake, you want to touch right on the spot that I did, and you can collect what's called a gold pedestal that way. And then you can turn around and sell that for money at the town. The first town is called Minea, I believe, and you could sell it to this guy. And he lost that pedestal, and he'll buy it back from you. And we'll scoot forward to getting chainmail. There is also a crystal that you can get from this gal. And she'll tell you about the books of Ys. Yeah, here she gives you the crystal. I think she eventually dies. She is killed. And here is the mayor of the town of Zebek, I think it's called. There's another town. You have to be careful the way you choose the words. For some reason the cursor doesn't appear correctly, and you have to move it down an extra space to choose Leave It to Me. It's kind of stupid. But boy, the music is great in this game. And we'll hear more tunes as we progress further. And there you can get a key. And this is the path to the first palace. And you'll see more enemies roaming around. Yeah, you can hold still and you'll get your energy back. It doesn't always work inside some of the palaces. And this is the Thieves Guild. And eventually you'll be able to get behind the Thieves Guild and go on a path to a much bigger palace. And this is this first palace. There will be a statue that you touch and you'll warp inside the palace. See? There's going to be various chests around that you can get items from. Eventually, you will face a boss. There's a chest. I found a ruby. I can't remember what that does for you. But if you can wind your way all the way around here, you'll get to the first boss fight. And he makes these rows of fire appear, and you have to stay at the top and wait until the coast is clear, and then you can run the boss through a little bit to take off some energy from him. See, there he is. But I forget what his name is, but he is the first boss. And there is the equipment screen where you can choose between your different swords, shields, armor, item, and rings. And this is your inventory screen. There's the books, there's various keys and whatnot also. And then this here is your status screen. Shows how much experience points you need to get to the next level, etc., etc. And there's the menu you can pull up to save. And there's me beating the first boss. A door opens up and I can continue. And you'll get your energy refilled every time you beat the boss. But now look at how much energy I have. I can much more easily beat the enemies around here. You follow this path and you'll go to a cave. Or maybe it was called a mine. And you have limited visibility here. And the enemies are much, much, much tougher. This is a pretty good game. It takes a while to get used to the bump battle system. It's a little weird. And eventually you'll be able to talk to a couple big trees. You will eventually want to collect silver items. They are very, very strong. Silver sword, silver, I think, mail and silver armor, maybe silver helmet, silver shield. But you'll want to eventually get all those. And eventually you'll go back and I think one of the gals that you talked to earlier, yeah, she gets killed. Her dying words were and you get another book. Thou has no business here any longer. Well, here is another boss. He turns into small bats that can hurt you as they fly around, and then they reconvene, and then you can hit him, run him through. And we'll see me kill him here. And again, when you beat a boss, you get your energy refilled. And I think this might be another book. Yep. And now this is back to the path to the Thieves Guild. And again, you can get behind the Thieves Guild now. The final boss's name is Dark Decked. They have some weird names for the characters in this game. Yeah, the final palace, oh my god, it's so massive. It is such a headache. It'll be it kind of sucks how far they push you towards the edges of the screen. You're sometimes not ready to bump into an enemy. It'll suddenly be right there. But yeah, this is huge. There will be sometimes potions in treasure chests. Once you collect them, they'll automatically take effect and you'll get your energy refilled. You can also buy potions from the towns. And there's another boss, and he throws 3 boomerangs at you at once. And while the 3 boomerangs are out of his hands, go attack him quickly. Go run him through a little bit. And we're gonna look at more areas of the giant palace. There will be warp mirrors sometimes that'll send you to other areas in the castle or palace. And here's another boss. I think his name was like Eyeball or something, and he'll shoot little eyes that can damage you pretty good. Silver armor. And there's a warp mirror. There'll eventually be an area where you can go to where the wall breaks open, and there'll be enemies that pour out of it. This is an area with an outside bridge. And this is the poetess Rhea. And she gives you a monocle that lets you read the books of Ys. And there's a total of 6 of them, and Dark Decked has one himself. Or Dulk Decked. Yeah, there's some strange names for characters. And here I think, yeah, there's the wall that breaks open. You want to go in there and pick up the Flame Sword. The Flame Sword is pretty darn powerful. Yeah, this is a very unusual RPG, but the music especially really makes it worth your while. And here's another boss. It's weird. You have to stay inside a rotating shield of fireballs. The fireballs themselves can hurt you, but the boss can only be hurt when the circles of fireballs merge into one. and then separate again. And here is the final boss, Dulk-decked. I thought it was Dark-decked. Maybe in other versions or ports it's called Dark-decked. But he's kind of tough. He isn't tough himself, but these fireballs fly around and split into pieces, and they can cause damage. And you just, wherever you hit Dulk-decked, or whatever his name is, he will break a piece of floor off. See, and you don't want to fall in, or I think you die. But yeah, you want to save a lot in this game. And then you get the final book from him. And here's what it says. And then, once you've beaten him, you've beaten the game. You've beaten Ys, the Vanished Omens, and this is also known as Ys 1, Ancient Ys Vanished, and it was originally created for the PC in 1987 by Nihon Falcom, and the Sega Master System version was released in Japan in 1988 and in the US in 1989. And yeah, the hero's name it's either Aaron or Adol, depending on which version you play or port. There was an anime of Ys. I don't think it was very long-lasting. It might have been just for one season or something. But maybe check that out if you're interested. There is a code that lets you listen to all the great soundtracks from Ys. And you have to wait until the very end is finished after beating the game. Then you can press down right and button 1, and then you'll get to the sound test. Well, that is Ys, the Vanished Omens, game number 16 in our 20 from the Sega Master System. Fantastic RPG, very unusual. It takes a while to get used to it. It's very hard. You want to save a lot in this game, and you'll want to farm enemies a lot to build up your levels. It takes a long time because a lot of them do not give you much experience points. And now we get the credits. But that was Ys, the Vanished Omens, also known as Ys 1, Ancient Ys Vanished, by Nihon Falcom. And I apologize for how long it's taken me to get these last couple entries out, but these are RPGs, so it's going to take a while. But I hope you've enjoyed this Sega Master System series, especially if you've never played the Sega Master System series. And this is new to me too. I never played it back in the day. I saw it on display at Toys R Us. I saw the games on demo, but I never really played them. I was busy with my Nintendo Entertainment System, quite content with it and all its great games, and we're gonna do a series on that one of these days. Once I finish this 20 from the Sega Master System series, I'll probably do some more of your requests for a while. And then I might take up another 20 from series sometime afterwards. Excuse me. But yeah, this has such fantastic music. I didn't get to play out all the different tunes. You'll have to pick this up sometime and listen to it yourself. But that is Ys, the Vanished Omens, created by Nihon Falcom and released for the Sega Master System in $19.89 in the US. Well, this is Crazy Climber Ace, and thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed game number 16, East the Vanished Omens, and I hope you join me soon for game number 15. Y'all have a good one, and I will see you later. Bye-bye, folks.